and welcome back to my channel. I am Shamili and we are meeting for a rock garden tutorials. So step number 1 is gonna be pick your location and be as far as possible from cliffs, waters, trees, objects, kind of everything that would block your rock from spawning. They kind of need 8 tiles around them, and a good measurement is like if you see the shadow of your cliff, then your rock is not gonna appear, and it's better to pick like a really flat place. And then you will terraform all around. So I think a rock garden is something you should do as first or as soon as possible on your island. Then break your rock. You can do all of them together and then, wait 6 days for the 6 of them to appear, or all at once. And then plan where you actually want to see your rocks. So I decided to place holes because, as you know now, the holes, they kind of disappear when you're safe, or at least when you go to the next day. So holes will not block your rocks from spawning. So use that, and then you can start to fill your island. So around the holes where your rocks will be, I would suggest to place some design patterns, because they will not prevent your rocks from spawning around them. They will not spawn on the design pattern, but they will not be blocked by it all around. Also, the design pattern is not gonna go away as you save or go to the next day. So I think it's a really good measurement to just surround the area with your design pattern. You can also use in-game path. Just know that the dirt and also the sand, I think kind of all the natural element where a rock could appear, they will not block your rock from spawning. But like the roads, the wood, all the thing where a rock would not appear naturally, yeah, use it. Then you have multiple ways of just filling your island so that the rocks doesn't spawn anywhere, because the goal is like for your rock to spawn in the holes kind of that you have placed for them. Then it should not have 8 tiles to spawn and have the resource that expands all around, let's say. So you can use whatever would block your island. I mean, if you want to cover your island with flowers and not one spot left, be my guest, but that is not the easiest way to do it. There is the weeds method. There is multiple, like you can also cover everything in design patterns or in-game path. If your island is pretty citizen, or if you want to cover your island in full design patterns, be my guest. But I chose the lazy method. Not that it's easier, but a little bit. So it's a lazy method, and I will explain it for multiple reasons, but the first one is because you have to place mannequins, and it can be like every 2 tiles separate from each other. So when picking the design for your mannequin, be sure, and really be sure, that it's a design you can edit. So either like already in game, like the one you get from the beginning of the game, or something that you created, but be sure to use something that you can edit. And so as you can see, as I'm placing right there, so every 2 tiles you can place your mannequin, because in fact the rocks, they are not gonna be able to spawn if you do that. Like, they will not have 8 tiles all around. The mannequin is an object, so it's gonna block them. And please do not be like me. So at one point I got like a bit in diagonal, like every mannequin, like they can be on half a spot, and I did not double check every time, and in the end, then you don't have exactly 2 tiles between your mannequin. If you have less, that's super fine. That's okay. Better more than less. But if you have just too much, like 2.5 space between your mannequins, then it's gonna be a problem because a rock can indeed spawn. Also, you know that as you can see, a mannequin cannot spawn over like a holes for fossils and everything. But so if you just have like a doubt or an object that you don't want to move, just place extra mannequins in the way. That is not a problem. The problem would be to have not enough. And this is a long job. Like disclaimer, I'm really not responsible of your time being lost or you getting like a nerve crisis on your console because the mannequins doesn't like go the way you want, and you break it. I'm not responsible. But really, no, it's a long job. Over here, you don't see the change, but actually my brother was in charge of this. And just make sure like you have enough mannequins everywhere, like in the flowers, every spot where you would have a doubt, place something. And then it's spawning time. So as you can see, if job was done correctly, it spawns in your holes. If not, it spawns in your flowers. But it's okay. So if you have an issue like that, just take another mannequin and just place it where it landed. I just took the time to add a few more where I had doubt, like okay, if it could spawn there, then it can spawn also at those other spots, because the flowers, they are not counting like an object, so they do not count as like blocking really the 8 squares where the rocks can spawn. But just like do that. As you can see, I had multiple times some issues with my spawning. For spawning, either you time travel or either you wait, but each rock spawned by a day. So for me, it took me actually more than 6 days because I have missed, as you can see. But it took me at least 6 days. So I time traveled because I had not 6 days to record my video. So just be aware of that. Like, it's not gonna be a one-day job. It's not gonna be fast. So that's it. And as you can see, you can leave resources on the ground. That is also gonna block because my inventory was full. And so that's kind of it. But as you're gonna ask me, how do you clean that mess? Like, you have mannequins all over your island, and that is why that is my favorite method, because it is super easy to get rid of all those mannequins in like 10 seconds. Yeah, let's say 10 seconds. So what you want to do, and that is why it is super important that it's a model that you can edit, is like you open your models, you open the one that got like on your mannequins, and then you just edit it. And the only thing you have to do is like you can add a spot. I just messed around and I wanted to add something that was not too visible, because after placing mannequins everywhere, I kind of started liking this weird dress. But so yeah, just even one spot of color, and then you save. You just edited the design, and ta-da! Ta-dam! There is not one single mannequin on your island. So the only thing you have to do left is just cleaning up the design patterns, and then you are ready to decorate. You are ready to build whatever you have in mind. You can do you can go super freely, but you did not spend like your whole day picking up flowers, picking up or erasing design patterns. You just have like a small amount like around your rocks. So I think with this method, we've won like so much time, and we just have to clean. So sadly, I'm not gonna decorate the rock garden it is built, because it took me actually 5 hours to get done. I'm not a fast worker, as you already know, but it's 5 hours. So I will decorate, but I will also provide you with like inspiration, so you can have like just simple roundy rocks, just in a round shape. You can have like something a bit more elaborate with like trees surrounding, flowers, design patterns on the ground, like, which is super elegant. You can have something like, it doesn't have to be round, it can be also like in long stuff. So you can have like this with bushes in the middle. You can have like, I love this one, in a spiral, kind of a zen vibe or something. You're not obliged to place like your 6 rocks in one spot, like in this zen garden. I think there is only 1 or maybe 2 rocks, but I mean, you can place how many rocks you want on your garden, and you can even go like super crazy, like this kind of maze stuff. Disclaimer, I do not own these pictures and I took them from Google Image. But so that's kind of it. So if you liked my video, don't forget to put a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment down below to let me know if you have done a rock garden, what method did you choose, and what style did you go for. And I will post a video a bit sooner than Monday to show you a speed build of my own rock garden, because I had no time for this one. So see you then. Bye.